Hello, folks. How we doing? We're back with another episode of the Slow Roll. I'm your host, as always, Matt Pennington. Happy to be here. A little bit of a new setup, guys. Trying out a few new gadgets, so if there's any technical difficulties, or there shouldn't be now, that we got a new little rig going on here. Got a camera, got a whole thing going on. It's nice. We're not recording on my phone anymore. Look at it. It's right here. Boom. Still got one episode to get off of this. I will. Don't worry. It'll happen. It'll be fun. You guys, I'm recording this after the 4th of July weekend. Got inundated with all the bicentennial brouhaha. But I did not forget that we fought the Revolutionary War because of a bunch of slave-owning rich white men. Didn't want to pay their taxes. It's funny, I've had that bouncing around in my head for so long because I love Dazed and Confused, and a bunch of people were posting that. It's like, you guys should have been posting this for years. I'm so ahead of the curve, dude. No, I was just a dumb young hippie who smoked a bunch of pot. I had a good time, though. The 3rd, I went to New York City, saw a Broadway play, saw The Outsiders. That was good. They made the main bad guy black. Or not bad guy. The leader of, like, the tough guys. The Greases. Dallas Winston. They made him black. And I actually need to double check. We're going to do this live on the air, folks. I said I was never going to fact check, but that's because I was always doing it with my phone. And so I saw the play, and in the play he's black, and in the movie the Dallas Winston at the end does suicide by cop, and he gets gunned down in the street. And they were like, let's not do that for this play. Let's not choreograph a black guy getting shot. Probably not really the vibe. Totally get it. Sometimes you change things because it would be unnecessary, but you change something so it makes it a little different, you know. Book, Dallas Winston, The Outsiders book, Death. In S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders, Dally Winston dies after robbing a store and being chased by the police. He pulls out an unloaded gun knowing the police will shoot him because he can't cope with Johnny's death. Dally's death is a form of suicide as he intentionally provokes the police to kill him. So, yeah, I mean, like, the guy still, the Dallas Winston in the play still committed suicide. He was running from the cops wanted him dead, you know? So, instead of facing the cops, he ran and jumped in front of a train. Still committed suicide, but not the same kind. And I totally get it, you know? Great, whatever. People are really good on Broadway. They're good at acting and all that stuff. Holy crap, they can sing. It is funny, though, watching two people that are supposed to play, like, straight, tough kids try and, like, see the way... A lot of people in it were really good, but so at some point... The main guy, he just didn't, I don't know. And like, well, look at me, fucking, what do I fucking know about anything, you know? But it just wasn't convincing that a guy that did theater was a tough street rat. I don't know why. Other than that, it was fun, you know, got some good food. Tried Dubai chocolate. You guys, Dubai chocolate is just chocolate. It's just a different kind of Reese's. Instead of peanut butter, it's pistachio, and they just named it the place that's rich with a tall building. And that's all. Dubai chocolate is just Reese's. It's just Muslim Reese's. It's Mises. No, what could it be? Nope. We'll figure it out. We'll find it. I eat 5 Dubai chocolates a day. All right, stop. The 5 pillars of Dubai are made out of pistachio. And yeah, whatever. Dubai chocolate's cool. It's expensive. It's like $20 for a big old thing of it, $10 for a little thing, and it's like, god damn. I know there's inflation, but it's crazy just to slap a big price. I don't know, whatever. What do I fucking care? Dude, capitalism's run amok. We're all beat. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We can't solve any problems we have anymore, guys. We're all fucked. Kinda not, no. Obviously there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a weird time, I went to a great 4th of July party, had a fun time. But it is weird to, there's people that really loved America. And, you want to look at them and be like, are we doing good? I don't know. I guess people that like America are people that like the Browns or, some shit team. You just keep, it's like, yeah, the franchise is going down the shitter, but I still got all the gear. I don't really feel like, I bought 10 MAGA hats back in 2016. I can't turn them in for a fucking Black Lives Matter shirt now. It's 2025. I'm 9 years into this. Not me, other people, I was thinking about it the other day. I used to proudly say I was a libertarian. God, that was annoying. Back in 2018, because I was in South Carolina, I didn't even know Trump was happening. I was in college and I was on drugs, so I wasn't watching the news at all. Something happened, I'd be like, whoa, crazy, Ignorance is bliss, and now I pay attention a little bit more. And it's like, whoa, this guy's nuts. Pretty funny to say Iran and Israel don't know what the fuck they're doing, but yeah, it's good for a laugh or two. But I bet Harvey Weinstein was too, just because a guy can make you laugh a little bit. You know how much a guy's got to make you laugh to not care about doing something bad? Yeah, but there's that's been fun. So 4th of July is just it's a fun time. It's a fun time. It's good to get around with people you love and and you go, oh my God, look at that. We're all still here. But it doesn't have the same, I don't know, was the 4th of July better or worse when Obama was in office? I can't really remember. I wasn't drinking. I didn't really, I got out of high school 2015. Had a couple good 4th of Julys in there. Yeah, I think I was at the same place this year as I was 10 years ago. Funny enough. Fun times. How much do things change? Not too much. Which is why it's so funny. Everybody always wants big change nowadays, and it's like, I don't know, man. There's a lot that you can just enjoy with life. But we were promised so much. I don't know. I don't feel like I got ripped off. I'm in the basement doing a podcast. I'm ripping America off by not being an active part of the workforce. No, actually, my shoulder's still healing. We're getting close. We're getting better. Stronger. Can lift things, kind of. Shouldn't do it all the time, but it's nice. It's a workout. So I only do it so often, but I jerk off twice with my left hand and then once with my right hand, and that's just it's a good way to stay on a system. Yeah, no, I'm fucking kidding. I've never masturbated in my life. That's disgusting filth. People probably shouldn't masturbate as much as they do, but I'm not. I don't know, man. I'm not the king of morality. I just, I don't want to be the person here to be like, you should do whatever. I still smoke cigarettes sometimes, not all the time, but I still, you still got to dabble in everything bad, but it's just being addicted to something is shit. I'm addicted to pot. It sucks. It doesn't suck, but it's fucking damn. You just get high, and then 3 hours in, you're like, oh shit. There was things to do and a life to live. And then you drink a bunch of coffee and you get it all done, and it's fine, but it's just stressful, And you can mess up your whatever. Doing drugs, whatever. Being an alcoholic, being a pot, I don't know. It's probably, I think it's wild statement, wild take. Better to be a cokehead than addicted to porn. Why not? Who cares? You heard it here first, folks. Do cocaine. Don't don't verify your age on Pornhub. Do cocaine. No. I really just want to get demonetized or whatever it's called. I don't know. Is that even happening anymore? Does anything even get monetized? There's no way this will get enough views to get monetized. At least this one, maybe whatever, but probably not. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Just gotta roll with the punches, baby. Yeah, but it is good to hang out, see folks. And you see folks you haven't seen in forever. And then that's the funny part about being, okay, it's a 10-year difference is like how much I actually want to meet people. Like when you're 18 and you're drinking for the first time, you're like, oh, hey there, mister. Oh my God, this is so cool to meet a guy. What do you do? Now I'm 28 and I go there and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What? I do. It's nice that people live. Okay, are you doing good? And people are like, yeah. And I'm like, cool. I don't care what you sell. I know that it's probably sales of some sort. You're at a rich white person's party. You're probably selling something. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you're selling something, making a little bit of moolah. That's just a wild guess of mine. I don't think that they did this off of fucking landscaping. And not owning the landscaping company. I don't think that they're the guy pulling the weeds. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Great time had by all. Shout out. I'm going to take the names out of it because I don't like to involve anybody in my personal life. I'm a very private individual. That's why I speak publicly on a broadcast for an hour or two a week. Yeah. And I was down in Annapolis too, so there's just an extra level of pride in American excellence. And it's the Navy. Oh, yes, the Navy. Good men, dressed well, dressed clean, sharp. It's not like just a bunch of grunts or a bunch of jarheads, so it's a little different. The people around it, they get to... It's like the Army plus boats, so then people wear nice clothes. So like, ooh, this means a different thing. It's actually just a bigger payload, but whatever. You think the Marine's an uneducated piece of shit. At least he actually killed a guy looking him in the eyes. Not just from a fucking... like that's from 200 miles away. That's not... none of it's good. None of it's good. We shouldn't be anywhere. We shouldn't be in any of these wars. I'm not a big fan. Some people say we could. I don't think we should be in the wars, but what do I know? What am I going to do? What am I going to do more so? I would rather, not I would rather, but I feel like I could have a bigger, impact on what's happening with ICE than Iran. And, what am I going to do? Just find an officer and pour hot water on him? That'd be a funny thing to do. Everybody protesting ICE, just get boiling hot water and melt the ice. Melt the ice, or vats of acid. I would never do these things. Sidelines, baby. The second that I found out that libertarians kind of leaned away or whatever, that people had a public opinion of that's when I dropped it. About 2018, 19, I was like, you know what it feels like? Having a political opinion is kind of annoying. Personally, if I want to be a slightly public speaker, I don't really want to, I'll tell you guys how I feel, but I'm not going to be like, this is a party I align with or something, I'll say maybe these guys are doing right now and these guys are doing better then and these guys are fucking up there and these, Elon's starting a third party. The guy thinks he fucking spends 2 days in the White House. Guy thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt starting the Bull Moose Party. Where my history head's at. Woo-hoo. Rough Riders. No DMX. Just talking about the Spanish-American War, baby. USS Maine going down. Teddy Roosevelt said, "Come on, boys, get on the horses. Let's give them what for." Yeah, dude, and exactly what happened. It's very funny, and if you know, maybe whatever. Let's see what happens here. So when Teddy Roosevelt ran, he ran 2 times in a row. He won 2 times in a row. Unlike Trump. Trump had to Grover Cleveland it, which is funny. People think that Trump, he's not the first guy to not win, and then win again. Grover Cleveland did it. It's also a fun term for blacking out. That's the only, now it's a Donald Trump, It's like, oh, you got drunk once, and then you pass out, and then you wake up, and you get drunk and get racist. You actually get racist. It was funny the first time. I was like, he's got a couple good, like old jokes. They're a little racy, but yeah, they're funny, the street jokes. Sound like street jokes. And then the blackout. Yeah, it's blacking out twice in a day. Grover Cleveland. That was just a blackout twice in a day. Now Trump is when you black out, go to sleep, wake back up, and say, "All right, now I'm actually gonna do what I fucking said when I was drunk yesterday, or drunk earlier." It's pretty bad, but that's what's happening now there. But the thing that happened with Teddy Roosevelt was Teddy Roosevelt ran 1900, and then 1904 he won, or maybe it was 1904 and 1908 he won. And then the third time he was like, "I will not run a third time. I don't want to be a king." And then the third time he was like, "All right, I'm gonna run a fucking third time." And who did he run against? Woodrow Wilson? Maybe, who knows? Whatever. I believe he ran against Woodrow Wilson. Whatever. He split the Republican Party in half by creating the Bull Moose Party. So then it just split the Republican vote, and then the Democrats won, and then that is what opened the door for the Woodrow Wilson. I could be mistaken. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna do a little. Moose. 2 seconds. Okay, so Teddy Roosevelt won in 1904 and 1908, and then the Bull Moose Party was formed in 1912. After he lost the presidential nomination of the Republican Party to his former protege turned rival, William Howard Taft. Teddy Roosevelt lost to the fat at. No, the new party was known for taking advanced positions on progressive reforms and attracting leading national reformers. The party was also ideologically deeply connected with America's radical liberal tradition. After the party's defeat, it went into rapid decline. The Bull Moose nickname originated when Roosevelt boasted that he felt strong as a bull moose after losing the Republican nomination in June 1912 at the Chicago Convention. So then William Howard Taft became president. Okay, so yeah, Roosevelt went 1904 to 1908, and then Taft became president 1909 to 1913, and then goddamn. Okay, so Woodrow Wilson, I was right somewhere there. So then Teddy Roosevelt tried to run against William Howard Taft, and he split kind of the vote a little bit, and by having the Bull Moose Party in there, Teddy Roosevelt was running, and then William Howard Taft was the Republican, and then Woodrow Wilson was the Democrat that became president in 1913. And funny enough, Teddy Roosevelt just said they're progressive, whatever stuff. Teddy Roosevelt trying to be progressive. I guess at that time it was just like, let blacks have their own water fountain. Because I don't think they even got them yet at that point. I don't know. Who knows what he was doing. And then Woodrow Wilson comes in. And it's funny because that opened the door for Woodrow Wilson, who went Democratic. And Democrats at this time, what were they? Fucking conservative? Oh, I don't actually care about this guy. life. I know Woodrow Wilson started the league, helped start the League of Nations. Presidential election of 1912. There we go. He won the Democratic Speaker of the House. Clark Fennett, conservative Bourbon Democrats. So at this point, Democrats were still conservative. Funny enough, Republicans were the progressive ones, and this is back when people say, I think, where's the, we're going to know in 3 seconds. Warren G. Harding was the president after that. Sorry, guys. I know that fucking Louie and Shane already did a podcast on this. If you want a different breakdown. All right, let me fucking... That's not the point. It's not the point, guys. It's not the point exactly how it shook out there. My bad. I got lost on the Wikipedias. I finally had my phone, and I'm going down a fucking rabbit hole. It's going to have... If Elon actually starts at America's Party, one, how the hell is he going to be endorsing Trump after he said immigrants need to leave, and then he's an immigrant, and what, he's going to try to run for president as an immigrant? No fucking shot, buddy. Take your nerd shit. No. Get the fuck out of here. Just go fucking, just keep building rockets. Whatever. If you find a way to make everything free, do that. Go for it. But shut the fuck up until then, kind of, you know? He's going to take voters away from Trump. Well, it's not that Trump, whoever runs in the Republican Party. Let's say Donald tries to run Eric, or Donald tries to run again. God forbid, who knows? If the Democrats run a competent person, and then there's America's Party and the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, that'll totally go belly up. And also, the really weird thing is, if America's Party wins, then Elon Musk is Adolf Hitler. And Donald Trump was just the precursor, the seed, for letting someone that fucking shitty come in and run the country, you know? And I know some people think that he's so cool, so funny, such troll, such good energy, yes, whatever. He sounds like a Nazi. He sounds fucking weird. I don't like the sound. The cut of his jib isn't my favorite thing I ever heard. I'm one of those bourbon conservative Democrat. No. Bourbon conservatives. Interesting. I guess they were the ones that sold all the bourbon. It was right before the temperance movement. Yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. It sounded like you guys exactly... What did you guys come here for? You don't fucking know. You're here. You don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Who does? Who does? Sorry, I can, there's a window to the street out there, and I heard people being slightly loud, and I was like, is something happening? It's not. Don't worry. Yeah, and then, so that's just fucking nuts, you know, if that actually goes that way, or just with Elon Musk wanting to do that, that's craziness. And it's just gonna create a lot of interesting problems, you know. Mainly for Republicans. It's not going to do anything. It's going to help Democrats. The Democrats are all tweeting about how happy they are that Elon Musk is starting this party. I'm not saying that I'm mad at that the Republicans are going to take a hit. You know, I'm just saying, just reporting the facts that I've read or the things that I've observed. I don't even say this because I want the Republican Party to get their act straight. I would love a good third party. Do I think that Elon Musk is going to start a good third party? No, I don't like his cars. I think they're fucking annoying. I thought that Tesla was dumb the second I saw it. I think, whatever. Yeah, I also don't use ChatGPT. I refuse to get with the times. Will I have to at some point? Yes, of course. But I don't care to... I don't want to. I don't feel like it. It'll make certain things easier. I get it. I understand how it will. And I'll get it right away. And I'll be amazed by the power of it. It'll be incredible. But also, the people are look at the whatever and the people that don't do the thing. Well, whenever you go somewhere, you know who the ace always is? It's the guy that never adapted. It's the guy that's no, I know how to get things done perfectly. whatever other nonsense and silliness you guys are trying to throw into the mix is just throwing all this off. It doesn't need to be this way, you know? But who knows? What do I know? I don't know anything. Too many people want to have like a little slice of it, whatever, I guess. Like of the power at the time. It's just interesting. Like why even, whatever, you know? But it's weird because these people, they said it during Billions at one point. They said that it was Axe Capital. The guy was like a billionaire, said he moves like a nation state. And these billionaires really think that they are like their own countries. In some respects, they are. Kind of. They bring in a bigger GDP than some small nations. Not because they're good enough to run the whole country. You can run a factory with other people under you that help run the factory and do that and do that. I don't know if you're actually going to be able to like help plumbing problems and like what do? You know what I mean? You just fire people. Running a country and running a business are just different. We're seeing that now. Alligator Alcatraz is the most insane. That's such a you're fired energy, you know? It's like, what do we want to do? They don't want us to send them back. All right, put them, okay, they're in detention. It's like at school, you know? You break a couple rules and then you go, and it's not the old Alcatraz, new Alcatraz, alligators. Now then, how funny will it be when they riot and they're throwing the guards into the swamp and then they have to drop a bomb on Alligator Alcatraz and they say, terrible disaster, can't believe we lost all of them. And then you found out that the guards actually left and they just killed all those people for no reason and the videos were doctored and fake. And there were crisis actors. I don't think there was crisis actors at Sandy Hook, but there's been a couple. You know? Maybe those people were acting scared because they were. That's a crazy idea. No, it's just a funny way to use the word acting. And yeah, there is whatever it is. What was I saying? Sorry. I had coffee late. I've sat around all day and my brain's a fog, a mist, trying to recapture the streamlined energy. Yeah, I just don't understand what, like, you just see it with the erratic decision making. Like, yeah, it's fine when you do that in your own world, but when everything affects other people, it's just not fine. And it also isn't fine when you do that in your own world because people do get hurt, but you just don't care. And since it's in a closed off enough world, there's not enough recourse to be had. You know, Diddy got away with a lot of stuff in his own world. He's like a leader of a nation in his own world. But really, he's actually, I mean, I'm not the first person to say this, probably running a honeypot for the government. Taking that out of a couple other dogs' mouths, you know, horses, whatever they're called. Dude, I take anything out of a dog's mouth. I don't even know what that could mean. You know, but who does? Who cares? Yeah, so then that was the fourth. And then the fifth. Told you guys I was a wee bit tired. There was a goddamn birthday party for my brother. Went there, hung out with the nieces and nephews. Fun time. My fucking niece. She took a straw and she was blowing into her drink, making bubbles, and then she sucked it up and shot me with her damn, what are those things? It was like a LaCroix of some sort. She just shot me with raspberry LaCroix water, and I was like, nice, so fun. She was like, it's so cute, and I was like, no, I don't have children for that exact reason. No, it was adorable. It was funny, and I'm trying to make a joke about not having kids for that reason, and no one laughs. I'm like, all right, well now I just sound serious and like I hate kids. I mean, That just doesn't happen to me in my world. And people are like, it will. Well, it doesn't yet. So shut the fuck up. No one said anything about it, but it is like, sorry, I don't fucking, whatever. Fuck you. And it was so cute. She was so funny. She was like, haha, I got you. You know, these little kids are adorable when you're related to them. If you're not related to them, don't look at them. No. Oh my God, no. Dude, I was walking home from getting food earlier and I got a coffee in my hand and a dad was walking with his little girl and he's just, teaching her how to walk along and whatnot. And he goes, hey, how you doing? And she's looking at a flower and he goes, that's purple. And then she looks up at me and I got a cup and she goes, coffee? And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Cutest goddamn thing ever. Yeah, dude. Kids can be adorable. What else did I have to say? Sorry, guys. I'm probably about to get out. This is really just a test of the new equipment, seeing if it's easy to deal with and work with and all that good stuff, We'll see in a second here. Yeah, it's a weird time to be an American. Be proud, be good to your fellow Americans, like the people that you know. And if you don't know people, punch them in the face. Punch everyone you don't know. No. Saying something outlandish to try and create a clip of some sort. I don't fucking know. Who cares? Try and feed the algorithm with shock jock radio. Like anybody still needs that in their life. Who cares? I don't know. I'm excited to be using this setup more, you guys. It'll be fun. There's a shorty. Just a little kind of personal recap, blah, blah, blah. You know that these are kind of the more random episodes. We're having fun with it. We're having a good time. Going to be putting out more now that I got this set up. It's a lot easier to use and roll around with. So that'll be fun. Excited to exercise all of this new stuff. So we'll see what happens. And follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. Got a couple things that I'm working on. Do I? Fuck no. Kind of, something will happen soon. And if you follow me on my Instagram, you'll be notified about things that are happening. Or you won't, because I don't post enough. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. The only way to know is to follow. This will definitely get posted more regularly now that I got this. And this seems like it was nice and easy to get it going. So, pretty pumped about that. Thank you guys for bearing with me through this first test of the new tech. And we'll catch you guys next time on the slow roll. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.